wanna know.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. How y'all doing today? I told you I was coming back. I am back with another video. And I'm going to be showing you guys how to make cinnamon buns, cinnamon rolls, whatever you like to call them. That's what we're going to make. Now I'm going to make sure that the recipe is as easy as possible. Let's say it together. Easy as possible. I'm going to make sure it's easy so you can do it at home. And then when you make it, make sure you leave a comment. If you haven't already, please follow me on Instagram at Jans_cupcakes. And make sure, let me put the glasses on for this, all right? Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, baby. Like, comment, and subscribe. Show me some love. You see me looking at you? Show me some love. Don't just be on my page and not do anything. Show me some love. All right, hope you guys enjoy. All right, so we're gonna jump into it. 1/4 cup of sugar, an egg, a 1/2 cup of butter, 2 3/4 cup of flour, and a pack of instant yeast. Now, if you do not have a mixer like this, you can definitely use your hand. It's just gonna give you a little extra muscle, but it'll work out. So you're gonna incorporate your flour and your sugar and just give it a little mix up. Now in a separate container or bowl, you want to add your melted butter, your egg, your yeast, and what I did not put in the beginning is 3/4 cups of warm milk. I'm sorry, just don't forget the milk. It's 3/4 cups of milk. And now you want to add your wet ingredients into your dry ingredients. So I am using the dough hook attachment, and I'm gonna mix this for about 2 minutes. Now, if you are doing this by hand, you wanna start mixing it with like a spoon, a big spoon, and then you wanna work your way into the dough, you know, with your hands. So make sure you put on gloves. Now the dough is gonna be a little sticky. Don't worry, it's gonna be a little sticky, but this is how it looks after 2 minutes on medium speed. So I'm gonna take a bowl and I'm gonna grease it with some oil or butter, doesn't matter. And I'm gonna put my dough there and I'm gonna cover it up with a saran wrap. Now you could cover it up with saran wrap or a wet towel, and you're gonna wanna leave it there for an hour to hour and a half. I know, so long, right? But you want the dough to rise until it's like double in size. Make sure you keep it in a warm place. You do not have to put it in the fridge. Just keep it on your countertop or in a warm place and just let it sit there. Now I'm just mixing up 2 cups of brown sugar, a 1/2 cup of regular sugar, 2 tablespoons of cinnamon in a bowl. And I'm going to flour my table. Make sure your surface is real clean. And if you can't tell, the dough has doubled in size, and we're just gonna knead the dough until it's not as sticky anymore. Don't be afraid to flour your surface just to make sure that the dough does not stick to the table. So flour the top of the dough, the table, just make sure it doesn't stick, even the rolling pin. Okay, now it's time to roll out the dough. Roll out the dough. So we're just gonna roll it into like a rectangle, square type shape, you know? Make sure you do not roll out your dough too thin because you do not want your dough to like split or separate. So just thin enough. If you could tell, like, I'm having a little workout. By next month, I'm gonna have crazy muscles. But you just wanna roll it out, and you're gonna take a 1/2 cup of butter, softened butter, not melted butter, softened butter, and spread it all around the dough. This is gonna be the glue to our sugar concoction. Now we're gonna take our brown sugar, regular sugar, and cinnamon, and we're just gonna spread it around the dough. Make sure we try to cover it up as much as possible. Now, if you rolled out the dough and your dough is a little bigger, just make some more sugar and just spread it around. It's okay, just make some more. and just spread it around. So make sure that we spread it around, because when we bite into the cinnamon rolls, we want to make sure that we get a hint of all of that flavor. I'm just taking my rolling pin to just pack in the sugar. That's it. Nothing fancy. So it's time to start rolling. Now you just want to pinch it up a little bit and just work your way up. Like, you'll get the feel for it. It's not hard. Just pinch it up and just work your way up to the top. Now you want to get your little baking pan and put parchment paper in it, or you could get a non-stick pan and spray it down. I don't know who told me to get this little ass pan, but we're gonna work with it. Now when it's time for cutting, you can actually use a string to get a cleaner cut, or you could just use a knife and measure it out. This should make about 9 to 10 rolls. Okay, 9 to 10. Now, it depends on if you like your rolls smaller or big. I kind of like mine's a little chunky. So mine's made about 10. And a little baby one. Now, I know I said this was going to be an easy recipe, and it is. Guess what? We're almost done. We're almost at the finish line. But we do have to saran wrap it one more time to proof the cinnamon buns, just so it can get a little puffy. And this is how it looks after 30 minutes. And you're gonna place it in the oven at 350 for about 20 to 22 minutes. Okay, look how good they look. So it really can't be a cinnamon bun without the cream cheese drizzle. So I have a half cup of softened cream cheese and 2 tablespoons of softened butter. And I'm going to add 1 cup of confectioner's sugar or powdered sugar, and we're just gonna let that mix. Now I'm gonna add 2 tablespoons of warm milk first, and I'm gonna keep adding the warm milk depending on how liquidy I like my little drizzle. So I added about 6 to 7 tablespoons of warm milk, and of course a tablespoon of vanilla, which is optional. Now you just want to make sure that the milk is warm, so it could just kind of not melt the sugar, but just make it a little bit more liquidier. It depends on your preference. Some people like a thicker consistency. I kind of like a little liquidy consistency. So besides me putting it in this little pan, look how good they look. Now I'm just taking my cream cheese and I put it in a little piping bag. You could literally just dump it and smooth it out. And I'm just gonna lay that bad boy on. And I'm gonna take a little spatula and I'm just gonna rub it in. I did this exactly when they came out, so the cinnamon rolls is still hot. Oh my gosh. Look, oh, come on now. Do y'all see that? Wait, do y'all see that? It looks so good and it's so fluffy. So fluffy. Now you want to wait until they cool down to really, eat them, because it's really piping hot in the middle. But just for the video purposes, I'm just going to take one out so you can see. Come on now. Do you guys see that? So this is the finished results. Hope you guys enjoy. And always keep it sweet. Later.